Ron Harris here, live from Muscular Development, coverage of New York Pro, brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. Did I say it slow enough?
You did. Perfect.
Okay, great. Everyone's telling me I'm talking too fast. We just wrapped up 2023 New York Pro. It's all said and done. Tonio Burton, the Predator. No huge surprise. Anyone who was at the prejudging. Stu Sutherland, beef stew, looked amazing. Great for his second show, but Tonio just walked away with this. Tonio is a star, superstar in the making. Very, very impressed with Tonio Burton today.
Yeah, I'm impressed with both of them. I think they both have bright futures. For his second show as a pro, Stu was big, full, round, balanced, all the superlatives that you would say for a bodybuilder. And he's got room to improve, and he's going to be dangerous. And as I said earlier, he's a good poser, very confident. He's really good, but Tonio's kind of, as we said, a Dexter hybrid. He's only getting better. He's going to be really, really good. It wouldn't surprise me if he's in the top 6 at the Olympia this year. So, yeah, we knew that going into the finals.
Yeah, I got to add that. Beef stew, we can't really count Tampa Pro last year. It was a week after USA, hadn't planned on it. He got COVID. Let's not even count that. So this was more like his pro debut, and I give him a lot of credit for having the courage to rock that hairstyle. I mean, that's not easy. He's got a lot of beautiful, lustrous hair. We're both very envious of you, Stu. So third place, Joseph Kvitin, and I'm sorry if I'm murdering your name, Joseph. Czech Republic, man.
Joseph Kretin.
Never heard of him until very recently, but wow, this guy is good. Tall, big, wide, shoulders out to here. Yeah, I mean,
crazy in great condition.
Yeah, and one of the few, not a lot of people brought great condition today. Not a lot of people. He was one of them.
Yeah, he was imposing because he was tall, very wide. Those shoulders were like almost suspect, but they weren't.
Right.
They were just overly developed shoulders, which looked awesome. He just had a great look to him, a big Viking, and even his posing music was like that Viking music. Yeah. He put on a heck of a show and played up to his strengths. He was really good.
Yeah, and we were sort of having a debate earlier as to which Joseph or Joe would win, and it was very tight between them. Joe Seaman from Canada looked amazing. He was right around 270. Another big guy in great shape, massively improved since the first time I saw him a couple years ago making his pro debut in Toronto. And, Joe sort of lays low for a while. You don't hear much from him. Then he pops up like this, and boom.
He works. He works hard. I follow him on Instagram and see all his crazy lifts. Strong as you would ever imagine. But, I bet the judges had a tough time with that because Joe's got the conditioning from behind. He had a crazy rear double. There were a lot of things that he beat the other Joe in, but in the end, Joe Kretin edged him. Probably not by much.
We got to move over. I'm way out of the shot.
They don't really care about you.
That's true. Fifth place, Eric Woody just walked by. Pro debut. Very impressive pro debut. Looks like a young guy. So obviously, this is a good show because we're seeing some people who they're going to make names for themselves, and this is helping. The fact that we didn't have a ton of Olympia and Arnold Classic guys in the lineup helped get these guys some attention because some of these guys would have got lost in a lineup with those guys, and we wouldn't have even really paid much attention to them. Yeah. It's sad to say, but that's how it goes. So great result for that. Who else do we want to talk about? So I bet sixth place went to Max Charles based on the call-outs.
It appeared that way, yes.
Max still holding on. I don't know how old he actually is, but he's been around a long time. Very consistent. Keeps bringing it. Congrats. I think we figured out, Giles and I, this is the 6th or 7th time he's done New York Pro. So he'll probably be back trying to win it next year. Who else stood out to us from Open?
There's a lot of guys we could mention.
Yeah,
Brett Swanson was probably the driest guy in the show.
Yeah.
He's got some structural limitations, but damn does he bring it. And he was very exuberant on stage.
He had the best time out of anybody up there. He was like screaming.
Yeah.
And his teeth, whatever he's doing with the teeth whitening is very effective. I was like blinded by your teeth, Brent.
Yeah.
Leo Cubano, what's his real name? Leonardus de Cardoza Delfino. Just want to say, best arms in the show, man.
He did crazy.
And they were not like bumpy or lumpy. They were legit.
They were real. I competed against him in 2018 in Korea. He was a 212 at the time. Doesn't speak a lick of English, so it was hard to understand anything, but he looked great. He understands great arms.
Sure.
Who else? Nate Spear. I want to mention Nate Spear.
Nate Spear.
He's a local guy from my area. he has improved tremendously. I've watched him improve from his first show at the Jay Cutler Classic to winning the Jay Cutler Classic to now a pro in making himself proud at the New York Pro. So he has a lot to be happy about.
Yeah, so let's go to women's bodybuilding. Yeah. And there she is right there, actually. Yep. Turn that around.
Natalia, I don't know how to say that last name, Karolenko or something. How do you say that?
I'm going to go, let me look at it. Yeah. I'm going to say it's called Kovaleva. Kovaleva, yeah. So, we were kind of debating earlier today who's going to win women's bodybuilding because Natalia was big, had great shape. Condition wasn't spectacular. This Julia Weitzel, where's Julia from? Springfield, Missouri.
You called it because I was leaning towards the other girl.
Well, condition-wise, she was far and away the best condition.
Yeah, she was. But she had some structural issues, kind of high lats that Natalia didn't. Natalia was huge up top. Huge everywhere, just not quite as conditioned as the other one. But
And Renee Marvin, it was third place. Just back to Natalia for a minute. I got to give her. She had a lot of guts because they stopped her music at whatever the time limit was. She sort of made like a face and just kept going on for a good solid 60 seconds after that with no music. Yeah. So that's not easy to have that kind of courage to do that. But
hold on. Who did we forget? Don't skip out on the women.
I'm not going to skip out.
Figure went to Boston local native Maria Luisa Baez Diaz.
Yep. And there's a Pereira on her last name now too.
Yeah, well, there you go.
She's owner of Pro Lifters Gym.
This is like her 8th win. She's had a career.
She's won this before.
Yeah.
She's won a lot of shows. Maria,
won a bunch.
She's definitely probably the greatest figure competitor to ever come out of our part of the country for sure.
Without question. Yeah, she was awesome. Crazy condition. She edged out a really good Natalia Soltero
from Mexico. Yeah.
And then I don't know who was third. Who was third? You know,
I can't recall off the top of my head. But the other division was bikini. Yeah. If you want to hold on this, I'll find out who won bikini. Dang.
Well, maybe we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But congratulations to all the winners. They all look fantastic. Great turnout for the show. You know, it's one of those shows that it's got a long-standing tradition. It was basically the sequel to the United Champions, which was the longest-running show after the Olympia. So this carries on a very long tradition. It goes back to like 1977 or something. Yeah. Someone telling us who won? Oh, no.
What was the girl? Do you know the girl's name that won bikini?
Who won bikini? Amy Delgado. Thank you, Amy Delgado. Congratulations.
She brought her daughter on stage. It was awesome.
Yeah, what did the daughter say? I'm glad my mommy won.
Yeah, it was cute.
It was very cute. So, yeah. That'll wrap it up for us, guys. Going to try to grab a winning interview with Tonio. Also going to be live, so don't go anywhere. If you have your notifications on, you'll see that momentarily. But I want to thank Jose Raymond, the Boston Mass, for being my partner in crime. He hooked me up with the guy who makes these suits a few months ago, Chris Quazo. Thank you, Chris.
There you go.
And they're very comfortable. You can actually train in these.
Yeah.
That is true. So thanks, guys, for watching our coverage of New York Pro, brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff. For Jose Raymond and Ron Harris, this has been Muscular Development's coverage of New York Pro. Thanks for watching.
Nice job, Ron. Nice job.